Well, I'm starting a video staring at a weapon again, so you probably know what that means, although most of my best perks videos start that way too. We're gonna be trying out the bowler today. First and foremost, a couple of things need to happen. Fire's good. That's, because we're going to be facing mostly nature enemies. Double damage is still preferred by me, because crit builds are good for rocket launchers that can shoot often, but you're basically getting one shot and reloading every single time. I prefer the consistency of damage. I'm not brave enough to go crit on that. Even though you're hitting multiple enemies and they all crit separately, I'm still doing it this way. And also, slowed and snared is a hard pass. I'm going to be doing damage to miss monsters and bosses, and we're going to core reperk to stunning and knocking back. It does some extra damage because this weapon has an insane impact and knockback. It will pretty much stagger every enemy, and it's going to be a nice little bonus 12 base damage. It's not a ton, but it is something at least. And next we need to talk about the loadout. Now, this is typically the recommended loadout. Link to this video down below if you want to learn everything about why it's amazing. However, this ups basically how often you shoot based on how much ammo you have. When you're only firing one shot, it's time to rethink things. So, we're going to be putting a guy in the support that you might not have expected. Blakebeard buffs cannonball damage. That does actually count for the bowler and the Jabberwocky. Might be doing a Jabberwocky video soon. Not 100% sure. It is a better weapon than the bowler in my opinion. But the bowler has a little bit of finesse, and that's what chat voted for. So Twitch link down below if you guys ever want to be a part of those shenanigans. Cannonball damage increased by 20% is more than Demo Penny's 17%, and we are going the less economical way today. We will not be using Warcry for saving ammo. We will not be using that rocket spam build because it's a little wonky. We're going to be going with the 50% damage bonus from Demolitionist Penny, and I'm going to build a loadout quick and explain why I picked what I picked. Alright, so after running another poll on Twitch, Boom Base was a definite winner, and it makes sense. Putting this down will buff all of the damage and the crit rating, which won't help a ton because we don't have crit damage, but it will essentially make our weapon better. And we got Battle Beat to activate that, Maximum Overload to activate that, Going Coconuts because it's awesome, Advanced Middies of course, and Enduring Machines so we can save a little bit of ammo and sometimes not have to reload. It's not going to be a huge bonus, but I gotta. This is going to cost a lot of rocket launchers, but it's going to be a super fun time. Alright, bowler versus a crowd of enemies. For those of you who don't know the bowler, you're basically firing a cannonball. It's awesome, and it cleaves through large crowds of enemies very comfortably. Oh my god, Vex has gifted a couple of subs. Thank you so much. I don't even have my boom base down, but you can kind of see exactly how this is going to go. You just pop it up like that, double bounce. That boomed into the shielder, but it's a really, really strong weapon. If you didn't just see what happened there, I knocked her back and then into the cannonball in one go. It's a really, really satisfying weapon, and this game is going to be a ton of fun. Alright, how well does it stack up against a Smasher? In this configuration, we might be able to, bounce it up against the wall, unless he staggers backwards. It's, kind of tricky. Up and down might be the... Oh my gosh. I saved my ammo too. Oh no. Up and down is definitely the way to go for a single target. I'm going to use that later on. Can we just get both? Oh, almost. It's so satisfying. So much damage. And that clunk, that damage sound. Ooh. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. All right. Nighttime befalls. Let me talk about what we got going on here. So I got tire traps just kind of covering it over here. I don't know why I jumped, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do much on this side of things. Oh my god, the knockback on this weapon is amazing. You can hit the same target twice. But on this side over here, we have it set up so that there are a lot of walls in the way. That way, hopefully, I should be able to lock this down. I guess the area of effect on this is not as much as I had initially suspected. I was hoping I'd be able to kind of just handle this solo, but that does not seem to be how it's going. And it bounces off the Riot Huskies. That's going to be tricky. So, remember what we learned earlier? Up and down. How much can we do to a 250 power level Smasher? Not enough. Okay, we need to get targets down. That's 100% on the agenda. Bounce it up against the wall. Hey, look at that. You can do a lot of trick shots with this weapon, and it's highly encouraged. Like, not only are you being fancy, but you're literally just shooting your shot in such a way that you can hit multiple times at once, and it's a very, very fun little mini game to play while you're going along. When I was recording gameplay for this, when I did the best perks on it, which of course exists, linked to that down below, I was having a lot of fun trying to hit things as creatively as possible. Looks like it's really tough to do a significant amount of damage to these smashers. Even though it's doing like 500,000 in a chunk there, it's still not quite enough. But, you know, I'm doing what I can. And I completely forgot about the boom base. Ah, let's get that going. How did I forget about something so important? All right, now we're cooking. Boom base is active. Let's do a little bit more damage at that. Should probably get the coconut eaten as well. I got 20 of them, for goodness sake. Up and down. You know what? Still not a ton to the smasher, but this is more of a crowd clearing weapon than anything. And this is why I say the Jabberwocky is much stronger. I'm not going to showcase the Jabberwocky today, but basically when it explodes into multiple projectiles. It doesn't bounce as much as the bowler does in mine, as far as I remember. But what it does do is it explodes into more projectiles, which quadruples its damage output, assuming those projectiles actually hit a target, which they don't always do. And that can be extremely powerful. So it's not exactly the same weapon, but it's more similar, and I think it's a lot more versatile. But as I mentioned, the bowler is really fun. This is a weapon that really makes you think about where your shots are going, and it makes you play in a way that's definitely different than the norm, and I find it to be incredibly satisfying. The sound effects on this weapon are just a treat, and the fact that I haven't muted my gameplay for this really lets us all enjoy that, so yeah. Just a fun weapon in general. All the freezing is going a long way to stopping these enemies in place. Kind of curious. Oh my goodness, there's a smasher back here. Can I? Oh, I'm out of ammo! I knew that would happen. That's why I use my cheap build usually, because it avoids that problem. But I wanted to see just how well the tire traps are doing. It's basically directing everything down this ramp, and looks like it kept out pretty much everything but a smasher, and even the smasher barely made it. So that round went super fast. Let's get into the next one. All right, round 2 begins. Look at what we've set up here. I've got sound walls and wall lights for days, just to stop any propane from being a problem. Hoping that won't be an issue, but can I bank it off of the Riot Husky? I absolutely can. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be, but these spawns are brutal. This is going to be pretty difficult to deal with. Alright, side to side. How much damage can we do? Honestly, I don't know if it's the explosion range or what. I know that shooting cannonball at/through an enemy can impact it a lot, just like that. And getting that angle right is kind of what I'm going for here. Did that not hit him twice? That was right next to the target. Maybe I'm blind? Oh, this is exactly what I was hoping for. Get the enemies just stalled or dancing, and that'll allow me to hit as many targets at once as possible, and the 8-bit demo is saving the ammo on occasion. It's going a long way. This is so fun. I just love these builds. Sometimes I don't even know what to say. I just want to see the carnage. Look at him go! Look at him just flying all over the place. Oh, and a mini boss. Okay. That is going to be tricky. I'm not really sure exactly how to deal with that, or even if I should. Is it... oh, okay, it's firewall weakening volcanic. So... oh, wow. That did a good amount. Can I just shoot at this one target? Ugh. Let me just go up and down like that. Maybe I can hit it multiple times. It's kind of moving over to the side, so I'm wondering if a box wouldn't be more effective. How many times can we hit one mini-boss consistently? Not very many. Teammates, I might need your help on this one. I can't solo the mini-boss. And we are getting damage out here. Alright, time to throw some drones. Yeah, I'm gonna need to call in the cavalry for this. I can't solo this. This is more of a crowd clearing build rather than a mini boss killer, but that's fine. Some of the most fun loadouts in the game are like that, and this entire side had no real traps and was meant to be dealt with by me, and I'm not over there. So I kind of want to double check where we're taking our damage from. It looks like it was just that one breach. If they're not coming through, then that's okay. I'm gonna put a couple of tar pits just to be safe. I haven't seen any smashers in this run, but I'd like to be, you know, safer than sorry. Safe rather than sorry, I should say. Yeah, even hitting a target multiple times, it's kind of weird. It's not doing as much as I'd expect, and I'm not 100% sure why. We do have a Warcry act, or do we? Or is that Boom Base? Is that Boom Base or Warcry? Harbor, are you running Warcry? I looked at chat and then missed my shot completely. He took no damage right when he got frozen. This is weird. Sometimes the explosion just does nothing. Is this a bowler bug? He is running for crying. Okay. Well, that would be a good time for it. Oh, and I'm out of ammo. Oh, no. Gotta reload. I basically shot it backwards right there. Just to hit the shielder. Oof, look at that. So satisfying to watch a shielder and everything inside of it die in one shot. That is the power of the bowler. That's what I like to see. Did that Riot Husky just get hit, get knocked up, and then hit by the same shot again? Oh, man. And I ran out of the bowler durability, but that's fine because I crafted another one. Nope, that was the second one. Well, I'm not going to craft another one for 10 seconds of gameplay, but I guess we can use our cannonade real quick. This is another weapon that is probably just insanely benefited from the 50% damage bonus from Penny, and could be worth using again in a video. I have already covered the cannonade, link to that down below, but for this one, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. And then...